Hey everyone, yeah, welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe, I'm going to share with you one simple bread recipe you can just make for yourself at home. This recipe is foolproof and it is very simple to prepare. See, if you are craving bread at home, there is no reason why you cannot make yourself a very tasty and lovely bread with this recipe, and it is very straightforward. You will like this one. So before we go ahead into the recipe proper, if today is your first time here, please just take a moment and hit the subscribe button below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead now to show you on how to make this lovely brown bread you are seeing on your screen right now. I hope you like what you are seeing. Yes. Okay guys, let's go right into the recipe proper. So in my mixing bowl, I'm just going to add everything we are using, and this is my milk. This is 1.5 cup of milk, half cup of sugar. I'll be using 2 tablespoons of yeast, 2 eggs, and I'll be adding salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to mix all these things together thoroughly. So like I told you at the beginning of this video, this is one straightforward recipe you're going to find. It's just very simple. There is no need for do this or that. So this is it. Once I'm done with the mixing, I'm going to be adding in the flour we are using, and inside this bowl of flour I've added in 5 tablespoons of powdered milk, and this is 6.5 cups of flour plus 5 tablespoons of powdered milk. So I'm just going to allow the mixer to do its work. Halfway into the kneading, I'm just going to be adding in the margarine. We are using 60 grams of margarine for this recipe. So I'm going to add in the margarine and continue kneading. So you can actually use your hands to knead it. It's just going to take you more time, but if you have your mixer, you can just go ahead and use your mixer to mix it. It's just way faster, but your hand can actually give you the same result. Yes, so we are almost getting there. You can see how the dough have just been transformed. So it's very stretchy, the dough is elastic. So and that so is just with your hands, this can just take you approximately 20 to 25 minutes for you to knead to get this perfect stretchy dough. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to transfer this into our work surface. So I'm just applying margarine so that it can easily come out when we are ready to use the dough. So I'm just going to transfer this dough here, cover it up, and I'll allow the dough to rest stroke rise. The both of them, the dough need to rest and it needs to rise too. So I'm just going to cover it and allow this to rise. So after a while, this is what we have. You can see the dough is well risen. This is not the actual size that it was when we started. So we are now ready to start working on the dough. Combine the dough together, no serious kneading here, just like fold everything in. Just for you to know this, that you don't need to skip any process that we are doing here when preparing your bread recipe, just for that perfect result that we are looking for. So I'm just going to use my dough cutter to just divide the dough. I'm using 2 pans for this. I'll transfer this into the bread pan, and the bread pan I applied butter to it so that the bread doesn't stick when it is ready. So I'm just going to repeat the same process for the next pan of bread we are preparing. This recipe is going to get you 2 bread pans. That's 6.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We get you 2 bread pans. or simply put, 2 loaves of bread. Once this is done, I'm going to cover this up and allow this to rise. See the size of the bread, so we are going to cover this up and allow this to rise. It has to rise to the level of the pan like this, and we are ready to start baking. This is ready to enter the oven, but before it enters the oven, I'm just going to apply egg wash lightly on over the bread. You just have to be very careful when you're applying your egg wash over your bread that have already doubled its size or have already risen, because any pressure is just going to make the bread to deflate. So you're just going to gently apply your egg wash. So once this is done, we'll transfer this into already preheated oven for it to bake. So if you want brown bread, you're just going to allow this to bake a little while, but just make sure you keep an eye on it so that it does not burn. And see, our bread is ready. This bread is so good. It is so good. I'm just going to devour this for you to see. It is so good. It's very stretchy, very soft in the inside. This is just way too perfect, and I want you to just see this and make sure you try it out. With this bread recipe, I don't think you are going to even bother about buying bread over the counter again. And with the high cost of things these days, you need to make yours at home. It is so nice. Alright guys, let me know if you're going to be recreating this. Thank you guys for watching this video to the end, and if you are yet to still subscribe to our channel, please just take a moment and do that before you exit this video. I would like to see you next time, and for my returning subscribers, thank you for sticking around. I'll see you next time. Bye. Meanwhile, let's go and make a very hot chocolate to go down with this. Bye again.